In other news this week, outside of coronavirus, I'm sure many of you saw the news with the world-famous tennis player Novak Djokovic and the incident with him hitting the ball in frustration, and he did it unintentionally, but it did hit the ball umpire in her neck, and fortunately I understand that she's okay. But it certainly caused a wave of commentary and a wave of opinions. He was disqualified from that tournament, and certainly clearly within the rules. But it also did reveal, a lot of people have been talking about his anger issues in general. And this was just part of that. And so whilst it was unintentional, because he didn't have his anger under control, he did this, and it could have, thank God it didn't, but it could have caused serious damage to this particular person. Now I think with someone in that position, certainly they need to look at their actions. They need to understand that everything that they're doing is being scrutinized, is being watched, and of course they are role models to so many people around the world, in particular to children. But in truth, there's a message for all of us here, and something which is clearly illustrated in our parasha this week. We have a double portion of Nitzavim-Vayelech. It's read prior to Rosh Hashanah, and certainly has many messages which are there to guide us in the lead up to Rosh Hashanah. And one of them is about choice. In the parasha of Nitzavim, Hashem tells us, choose life. I'm giving you today a choice. Each and every one of us, the beauty of our humanity is that we can choose good or bad. It's up to us. And so often people just blame things and say, well, I didn't do anything about it. That's your choice. We are responsible for our actions. The Talmud even tells us, Adam mu'ad le'olam. A person is always responsible for their choices, for their actions. And how pertinent is this as we lead into Rosh Hashanah, where it's time to review and reflect and analyze our actions of the previous year and say, well, what should I have done differently? How could I have done it differently? What steps can I take in place to make sure I don't make the same mistakes? Because the choice is mine. Choose life, says God. You make those choices that are beneficial for yourself and for the world around you. And I think Novak Djokovic, someone who, as I said, has such power and such influence with his great tennis skills, needs to make sure that the choices that he makes, to get this anger under control. And yes, some people do suffer from anger. At times we all go through it, and it can cause really bad things. It can cause a lot of damage. So you need to seek the help to get it under control. But the choice is yours. You've got to make that choice. So I give you all the blessing, and myself included, as we lead into the week before Rosh Hashanah. Let's make the right choices. Let's be responsible for our actions. Let's make changes. Let's seek the help we might need if it is a problem that we're going through. And hopefully Hashem will not only see that we're choosing life, but He'll grant us life, and life which is one with blessing, with sweetness, and again, hope to see you again next week.